Hello everyone and welcome to the pocket realm of the internet known as Mightyfoxxy. So today we're here to review Lucius. Now, for those of you who haven't seen or played this game, which is rather surprising considering it's been done quite a few times by people significantly more popular than me, it is, in simplest terms, the Omen, the game. It's basically the Omen, in game form. You play as the son of the devil, well, sort of, and you go around murdering the people in the house. Most of it is pretty heavily scripted. Granted, at the very end, it does allow you to make a choice, which you can either choose to take things straight on, or puzzle your way through. I've done both endings. There might be links in the description, I don't know, we'll see. But yes, it's got two endings. Overall, it's a fairly good game. My biggest complaints with it were the fact that it's incredibly heavily scripted in certain areas. And in other areas, it's so non-scripted that you have no idea what the hell to even do. Like, when it's not being scripted, it'll be like, oh, do some chores and you'll earn a couple little perks in the game and stuff. Problem is, some of these chores are like, oh, find my cassette tape. You find the cassette tape, can take hours. They give you no real clues about where it is. Then another example is your mother tells you to find her earrings. She lost them. She's got no idea. Half the time when you solve the find the item and deliver to the person chores, you end up finding the item out of sheer coincidence of being frustrated and clicking on everything. Typically in a couple of missions where you have no idea what the hell to do half the time, so you just click on everything. Yes, but other times it's just pretty much go here, do this. The only part that isn't scripted in the heavily scripted missions is like, oh, you need to find a way to get some dirt on this person. And it just so happens to be that you'll walk into a room next to the room where you're supposed to go find dirt, and there's a camera. And if you don't notice the camera, and that you have to use the camera, well, then you might take you a while. Other times it might take you 5 frickin' minutes. He's talking about that game because it makes me yawn a bit. Overall, though, it's a pretty good game. Graphics aren't that bad. No, pretty good. Your choice of powers in it is rather hilarious. You've got your telekinesis, the ability to throw a fireball in certain situations. Mind control, which is probably the clunkiest of the abilities in the game, because you mind control somebody, and then you have to, within a few seconds, click on the item you need them to interact with. If they don't, well, shit. You're gonna have to wait a few seconds, let it recharge, hope they don't move too far away, and continue on again. Later in the game, it builds up a far heavier stealth aspect to where you can't get caught as you wander around at night, because you're only like supposed to be a 6 to 9 year old. I don't remember. Actually, I don't really ever think it was clear. But yeah. So you'll eventually get a power that makes you wipe their memory, short-term memory, which is useful. Granted, you have very limited amounts of it. So it's useful, but also something you want to be careful about. The controls are ever so slightly clunky at times. At times. They're not the worst controls I've ever seen, but at some points they can be kind of frustrating. Quite frustrating. Overall, though, it's a good game. There are a few points in the game that are just like, what the hell, stupid, because it won't be clear on what you need to do, and you can instantly fail the mission if you get seen, and things like that. So it develops a little bit of a pain in the ass habit to it. But overall, good game. I guess you give it a try. Yep, that's Lucius on the PC. Should be, I'll put a link in the description for it on Steam. Overall, not a bad game. If you search it, you'll find dozens of playthroughs for it by people like PewDiePie and Mangaminx and others. So yeah, it's a good game. Not the best game, but for being basically the Omen, he's pretty good. So this is Mightyfoxxy saying like, favorite, share, and subscribe, and stay foxy. Bye-bye.